late summer of that year, we lived in a house in a village that looked across the river and the plain to the mountains. In the bed of the river, there were pebbles and boulders, dry and white in the sun, and the water was clear and swiftly moving and blue in the channels. Troops went by the house and down the road, and the dust they raised powdered the leaves of the trees. The trunks of the trees were too dusty, and the leaves fell early that year, and we saw the troops marching along the road, and the dust rising and leaves stirred by the breeze falling, and the soldiers marching, and afterwards the road bare and white except for the leaves. I am an universal being, perhaps a human being. I am intentionally observing the experience of a late summer in a year when I lived in a house in a village that looked across a river and a plain to the mountains. Any summer, any year, any life, any house, any village, any river, any plain, any mountain range. Any and everything. In the late summer, I can feel the dryness of the earth and the nip of winter early in the morning. I can hear the sound of birds and the sound of people. I can hear the sound of the river. I can feel the coolness of the water. I can sense the vastness of the plains. I can feel the cold that emanates from the blue mist that shrouds the mountain in the evening. I can breathe the warm air. I can sense distance. I can see the overarching summer sky. I feel alone. The pebbles and boulders that lie in the bed of the river are both cool and hot to my feet. Hard, sharp, rough, smooth, slippery. I can see the green riverbed as something floats past swiftly and is lost in a second. The water is cool under my feet, and my face is hot with the midday sun. The sky is blue, and the river is blue as well. The earth trembles just a bit as I hear the sound of marching boots. I hear the sharp jangle of weapons, and I sense the solemnity of the marching soldiers. Fear, anxiety, threat, uncertainty. A sense of lightness as the dust flies and settles on the leaves of the trees. The leaves fall softly and barely make a sound, and the hard trunks of the trees are powdery with the dust that rise from the feet of the marching soldiers, and the soldiers in the distance, and the road now bare and white except for the leaves. Hollow, temporal, impermanence, alone, distance, time. What's really going on in my consciousness as I experience the external world around me? Stripped of individuality, setting aside psychology, culture, history, language, society, family, and the observation of empirical science, phenomenology attempts to describe how the world must appear to the naive observer, devoid of presuppositions and culturally imposed expectations. It sets out to find the essence of things, back to the things themselves, an observation of lived experience, a quest for pure truth in the study of the nature and structure of human conscious experience. All experience, even memory. What is the structure of memory? In Phenomenology, Edmund Husserl set out to find the holy grail of philosophy, one structure or method that would find the answers to all the questions that our being posits within us. The one criticism to his vastly complex and all-encompassing theory that had lasted the test of time came from one of his followers himself: the inescapability of social and political entanglements in the constitution of subjects. Maurice Merleau-Ponty. I, the observer, the external world, the observed, and my consciousness, also the observed, are inextricably linked together in a web of memory, culture, history, society. There is no such thing as the naive observer.